Good morning and welcome to Everything Bears, where we talk about everything Bears. As you take a look around and you see what's happening, we're going to be talking about who may make the 53 and who may not. Granted, we don't even think we have all the players that might be on the 53 yet, but what else are we going to talk about? So let's get this thing going.
Everything Bears Show, yo. Bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, yo. Everything Bears Show, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, yo. First down, first down, first down, touchdown. Everything between the walls, hold now. Bow down to the ground, Lakeshore, downtown. Sister throne of the north, up high, calm down, find out. Intercepted, locked down, found out, knocked out, nine down, in the state, touchdown, plow. First down, first down, touchdown. Everything between the walls, hold now. Bow down to the ground, Lakeshore, downtown. Sister throne of the north, up high, calm down, find out. Intercepted, locked down, found out, knocked out, nine round, in the state, touchdown, plow.
Good morning, Bears fans, and welcome to the Everything Bears Show, your home for everything Bears, and we're cutting them down.
Excuse me, sir. Can I get
Yes.
2 pounds of the Khalil Mack ribs, please?
Absolutely.
Mm.
2 pounds, Khalil Mack ribs.
And why don't you go ahead and throw in some of that sweaty sausage?
Definitely. Let me grab that for you right here. Wrap this up for you. You said 2 pounds?
Sure.
You got it. There we go. You're in there. But today we're going to take a look at the entire roster, draft picks, guys who are already on the team, under contract, UDFAs, and we're going to start cutting them down. Who's going to make this 53-man roster? Now, this is well premature, but what else are we going to talk about?
Yeah, so we'll talk about the undrafted free agents. We'll talk about the mini camp invites, include all those guys in there. Let's be honest, the rookie camp invites, they might not make it past rookie camp, but we'll see. But we'll throw their name in the ring. Why not? Let's talk about them and see what's going on. We'll also, take a quick guess and try to figure out how the Bears might break down this 53. And then we'll get to take a look into the future to see maybe what we'll be talking about next year at this time.
Absolutely. Good morning, Matt. Matt says in the NFL draft history, every wide receiver that ran below a 4.3 was drafted so later than, maybe that's no later than fourth round. Xavier has the 8th fastest 40 time in wide receiver history. So these people projecting 7th rounds are idiots. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I think based on the wide receiver talent, he might have graded out as a 7th rounder, but I think if you were to grade him on his special teams talent, he would have graded a lot higher and a little bit more of a weapon. Do you remember what round we took Devin Hester in?
Ooh.
Was it that 3rd or 4th?
So he was picked 57th overall. I know that.
That's right. Yes. So that's
So what
probably
is that?
2nd rounder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, good. And rightio, Matt, another thing I'll add to your comment is if there's somebody who's going to know how to use this guy and that 4.3 speed, it's Ben M. Effin Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to be seeing this kid screaming 100-mile-an-hour crossers with Caleb hitting him right on the button and to the house. I bet you it happens.
Jet sweeps, bubbles, slips, the whole nine. Yeah. You'll get the whole repertoire. And let's not eliminate the possibility of a few handoffs coming out of the backfield.
Yeah, because we did talk about that last show that, this kid could be taking You know, remember when DJ would line up in the backfield all cute? This kid's probably going to be the one to take that.
Good morning, Noah.
Why? Good morning, Noah. Happy Sunday. While Luther gets elevated to DJ spot in the wide receiver room, right? So DJ goes. Rome's going to just do Rome. Rome's going to be doing Rome things. But that DJ, what are we going to do with DJ? DJ was the cheese grater. Well, now it's Luther Burden. Okay? Because not only will he be burning up Green Bay secondary, he'll be force choking them. He'll be force choking them as well. Yeah, so I'll throw the comments up there so if we can keep it rolling. I can see you guys are filing in, which is awesome. Thank you so much. Find your seats. Say hello. As we get going and breaking this down, I do want some help, and Wedge, if you can carry the conversation for a minute while I'm going to be doing this for a sec.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to break down each position group. We'll start most likely at the QBs because I think that's going to be the easiest one to break down. So we also need your guys' help today on helping us shape the 53. How many do you think we're going to keep at each position? I got historical breakdowns, but as we're looking at it, we could try to determine how many in each category are we going to keep. And with that being said, what are some guys that we might have had on the roster the last few years that just might not make it? We'll have plenty of examples. I think we might have to make some hard decisions to help the GM get going, but that's what we're here for on Everything Bears.
All right. So I wanted to bring up a quick little cheat sheet was what I was doing because I wanted some parameters to help us out here in terms of who the Bears kept on the 53 last season. Okay. So things like, right, we kept 3 quarterbacks. We had 3 running backs, 6 wide receivers, 3 tight ends, 9 offensive linemen, et cetera, so that we have some guardrails to work around here while we do this.
And hey, we can swap one from here to there based on who we have right now.
Yep.
So, and hey, we get to be the GMs for the day.
Yes.
Woohoo!
We're the ones working the meat counter here. So
Yeah.
we get to decide.
Beautiful. My fiance surprised me with the Bears 85 Super Bowl ring.
Ooh.
Better get those diamonds tested, my man.
Is it
Just to make sure.
Is it like a ring pop? Did it come in a little plastic little bag that you opened up and you can eat it? How'd you get that?
Big Mike says we need to talk louder so he can hear us while he mows. So you got the riding mower going.
He gets to try out the mower today.
That's
All right.
All right. Hopefully you got your little headphones on, you know, having a good old time, beverage in the old cup holder. Yeah, that's right.
I want pictures in the Everything Bears Discord. And everybody watching, if you're new, down in the description, of course, it's the links to all of our socials. Follow us everywhere. However, I did create an Everything Bears Discord. Come on over there where the shit talking happens all week long. Uh-oh. Matt's bringing another Safari fact. I'll put it up. Let's see. So another Safari fact. Jordan Vandenberg ran a faster shuttle than I think we said this or no, but this is an amazing
Not
fact.
Quite, I don't think.
Ran a faster shuttle time than every running back in the combine at 4.1. The fastest running back was Emmett Johnson at 4.29. Volcano green, lava orange. However, didn't he also have like another time? Was it the same thing, shuttle time, that was faster than most wide receivers? Let me fact check myself on that because I thought I read that as well. But yeah, the kid's a kind of a specimen for his position and size.
Good morning, Create. Welcome.
Create.
He's got to put the battery charger on this old lawnmower from 1974. So he'll be back.
Be right back.
Just make sure you're not standing in a puddle of water when you do that, please.
Please.
Noah saying, guys, I was in the Packers live stream and they are scared of the team that we put together. Well, they should be.
They ought to be,
I
yes.
I did see though that the odds makers have the Bears have the third longest odds for winning the division this year, behind
Again,
Detroit's 1, Green Bay's 2, and the
wait,
Bears are 3. Yeah.
again. You know what? That's fine. Sleep on the Bears.
And
Sleep
there
on them all you want.
Yeah, there was a pretty good margin. I'd like to say Detroit and Green Bay was somewhere between 110 and 180, and the Bears were like plus 310 or something like that. Which, okay, if you're gonna put them third, you're giving them longer odds like that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
put money on the Bears.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I might have to go put a few gummy bears on the Bears. We'll see.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
that's a
know.
wise choice because Detroit is in the middle of a figuring it out phase,
Yeah,
and Green Bay too. Like, they really had a harsh end to the season last year, as we all remember. But the Bears' arrow is up, like up, baby, up.
yeah,
Yeah, put money on the Bears. Go put money on the Bears.
yeah. I wonder what the odds are of them just making the playoffs. I mean, I agree with everybody else. They might have a better team, but a worse record, but I still think they're getting into the dance. You
I
know,
think they're
I
they're
think
gonna punch their ticket. Yes.
I think this division has the potential of beating each other up. We just have to see what happens outside of that. The next big dates that we're waiting for is the schedule release. A lot of speculation out there on the Bears going to be opening up the season with the Seahawks. So we'll see. Wilbon put that out into the universe, so we'll see if that comes to fruition. Kind of looking at it, it makes sense. It would be a huge prime time game. Really, I think the Bears are only competing with maybe Dallas on Seattle's schedule. So, nothing
There's
runs
our
like a
boy.
deer, buddy.
There's our boy on his lawnmower getting to cut
Yeah.
the grass. Thank you so much for popping in, Big Mike. Appreciate you.
So yeah, so I think it'll either be the Bears or the Cowboys opening up on a Wednesday. That's gonna be a weird one, huh? Opening
Yeah.
up on a Wednesday. Get the mini buy right away. I'll take it.
Oh yeah. Oh man. So yeah. Whew. That I did not see that. I did not see those odds. That is.
Yeah.
I'm kind of fed up with it. I'm tired of the doubting the Chicago Bears constantly. Okay.
Until they have sustained success, it's gonna happen. I get it. Hey, now you gotta put up or shut up, right? You have the team, and man, I would just hate to see if something were to happen. Just all the people coming out of the woodwork about the draft, about polls, and uh, flash in the pan. Caleb isn't this. Caleb is. It would get nauseating, to say the least.
Yeah. Yep. Jerks.
We'll see what happens, man. I'm
Yeah.
with you, Crate. In Ben we trust. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you said it a few times. The defense can't get any worse than what it was last season.
right.
It really can't. I mean, we were ranked 28th. So I guess it could. We could drop 2 more spots, 3 more spots. But it's even if we hung at 28, that's the same thing we had last year. And our offense is completely, let me think about this, completely intact. We're still wondering about the left tackle spot. But as we start to go down this, making our cuts of prime rib here, we'll find out who's going to make this left tackle spot happen.
Yeah.
We got Caleb and Ben Johnson. That's it. Done deal. We got the Bruce brothers still. And 4 out of the 5 offensive linemen. This offense is still going to be as high-powered as it ever was. Maybe even more so because Caleb knows the offense so well now.
Yeah.
But we'll get there.
Great. Echoing the same thing, man. Media, especially sports media, is nauseating. Always has been. And the media never gives the Bears any respect.
No, none.
Not since the 80s, right? I mean, I think ever since that team only was a one and done type of team. But I don't know. We'll see, man. So, but proof will be in the pudding. Games are all in front of us. And I'm excited for the season to get around, man. I'm excited to see some of the stuff around, OTAs start coming out. Where's that info? Come on, man. Come on.
It's coming up. I think so the very next big thing we have on this schedule is the schedule release.
Hmm.
And then right after that, the rookies have to report, and that's right around the corner as well.
Yeah, you see some of these camps that have like the new coaches. I think their rookies were already coming out. And like I saw some clips from the Titans with their two UDFA quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So
I saw that kid, the quarterback, I saw him working out too.
Cade
What was
or Cam.
Pavia.
Oh, yeah. I saw that too.
And people are like, do you notice something? And I don't. I don't know what the joke is. If anybody in the chat could fill me in. Is it because he's so short?
Yeah, probably.
Is that
He
what
looks
it
like the
is?
water boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, is Amagaji still a viable prospect? We'll have to table this question, Crate. That's a
As
great
we
question.
get to that position, yeah. When we
And
get to that
I'll
position.
be more than happy to give you my 2 cents on that. I saw this as well. Claypool coming into the Packers camp this year so he could curse them. Welcome, Transpired.
He hasn't played football in like 3 years.
Yeah, since 2022, I think, was the last season that he was on a roster.
And he's with the Packers?
Yeah.
Yes. See, Green Bay's in shambles right now. They don't know what they're doing. Noah is right. They are flipping scared out there, and they're just grabbing at straws. Like, Chase Claypool, can you still put on cleats? Yeah, come on. Let's go. Oh my God.
The media only cares what color Caleb's nails are. And then Chad must have been looking up some stuff here. So Vegas thinks the Bears will miss the playoffs, according to one Vegas odds maker. Bears are plus 100 to make the playoffs and negative 122 to miss.
Wow. Yeah,
Whew.
put money on them. Let's go.
Yeah.
Put money on the Bears.
I might
That's
have
all
to.
I needed. That's all I needed to hear, Chad. Thank you. I'm going to go to something right now. I'm going to go to some gambling site right now, live on the show, and put money on the Bears.
Bring up Prize Picks, right? Whatever it's called. I don't
Before
know.
news starts coming out of spring training and those numbers get smaller and smaller and or they flip the other way. Let me get in on this action right now.
Goody must be mentally declining. Create. Let's hope so, man. Let's hope so. Whew. You ready to start digging into this roster, man?
So let's do this. We can start right at the top.
Yeah.
Quarterback.
Quarterbacks. All right. So let's we got 3 on the roster right now.
Yeah.
We got Case Keenum, Caleb Williams, Tyson Bagent.
Oh, no, 4th. We picked up.
Yep. We have an
Moss.
undrafted rookie free agent in Miller Moss. So we have the 4 there. I'm just double checking the rookie minicamp invitees to see if any QBs are on there. No, there are not. So very similar situation that the Bears were in last year with Austin Reed. I saw that he was playing last night. I didn't watch the whole game, but I did see that he ran into a little bit of a rough patch, Mr. Reed did.
Yeah.
Threw 4 interceptions the week before, with 2 of them get returned to the house.
Ooh.
But still is leading that league in all the major passing categories in yards and touchdowns. So, and then stick around to see how he did last night. But, I mean, I'm sure we could look it up. But
that's not this show.
No.
This one's probably an easy one. We know the Bears are probably going to still keep 3 QBs on the roster, and it's going to be the same 3 guys.
Yeah.
Caleb, Tyson, old man.
Yep. The glorified cheerleader who's going to be holding the clipboard. The question is, I mean, do they take Moss and do they stick him on the practice squad? Do they hold on to him?
So did they do that with Austin Reed? For like a year?
No, I don't think Reed made it to the practice squad. I think he ended up getting cut altogether?
Really?
Yeah, it's a good question though.
Because
Well,
unless
let's
this
go.
kid outplays how Austin Reed did, I think he had good preseason games. He did well. I mean, he's going up against third and fourth stringers and other guys that aren't going to make teams, but he looked really good.
Yeah, I mean, for the limited time that he had, he did look pretty good. Yeah, just taking. Okay, so it says yes. Austin Reed signed with the Bears practice squad in 2024 after being waived after spending the 2024 season on the Bears practice squad. He was not brought back the following year, and as of 2026, he signed with the UFL. So he just basically had an opportunity to play instead of sitting on a practice squad. So
Yeah. All right.
which, yeah.
So if this kid shows out, he's potentially could be that guy as well. Gets signed to the practice squad. That'd be all right.
Mhm.
But he ain't making the 53.
No, I think if he does get signed to the practice squad, this might be an insight to what the Bears could possibly be thinking for the following year. My take on it is one of two things. Let's see what the Tyson Bagent market is next year, where he could possibly get dealt. So if he looks like a viable backup, it's a quarterback in development, so that puts Tyson Bagent out there again.
Yeah.
Or the possibility of Case Keenum retiring after 2 years being with Caleb. I could see that happening, or the Bears not re-signing him if Moss ends up looking like something that they could develop long term. So
I think that's a super real option at the end of next season. Because at some point, Ryan Poles, you gotta let Tyson Bagent spread his wings and fly. Let him go. Let him go see what he could do as a starter. Because nobody's going to be a starter for the Bears for the next 10 years. So,
and Poles definitely has the history of taking care of his guys, right? The whole Justin Fields thing, trading him to the Steelers, that's where he wanted to go. You know, you see
DJ to Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of see he takes care of his guys, tries to put him in a position to succeed. And I'm sure if a team came calling for Tyson, they'd say, hey, man, is this something that you want to explore? You know, hell no, I don't want to go to the Arizona Cardinals. Okay, fine. You know, we'd love to keep you. Or if he's like, yeah, I want the opportunity to compete, I'm sure they would make that move and, you know, let him do what he wanted to do, quite honestly.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Just messing around over here. Trying to sort that out, make it a little bit bigger so it could be legible. So, okay, so that's it. We got through quarterbacks already. That was quick. We knew that would be easy because, again, for once, we have an offseason where quarterback really isn't on our oh my God list.
Right. So that's 3 down, 50 guys to go.
All right, next up, the Bears last year kept 3 running backs. 3. So I'm going to pull up actually, right, because Chicago Bears, I should have had this up already. Chicago Bears on their website do have the full roster.
Yeah.
So we should be pulling that up and bringing that up so the fans can see.
I just so happen to have it handy if you want me to pull it up.
By all means.
I'm working off the roster myself. So
okay. Yeah, that would help.
All right.
Give the guys a visual. Uh-oh, you're going to have to zoom in on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what we can do here. Bam, bam.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh,
there we go.
All right.
All right. So
next
starting.
next up on the chopping block, boys, running back.
Running backs. So right now on the roster, the Bears have Britton Brown, Deion Hankins, Roschon Johnson, Kyle Monangai, and DeAndre Swift. In the undrafted rookie realms, they have Coleman Bennett from Kennesaw State, and no running backs for the rookie minicamp invites. So Coleman Bennett would be the only one who's not listed here, as those guys have not been included on the roster yet, just because they are undrafted rookie free agents. They have to negotiate a contract, I think, before they officially get put on the roster.
Okay.
Noah's saying, as much as I like Roschon Johnson, he's gonna be cut.
I think you might be right.
Yeah, let's break it down, right? So Kyle Monungai, DeAndre Swift, I think we can agree that those guys are safe. Now, Swift's contract is over at the end of the year, so they're going to have to address that position, whether it's at the trade deadline, draft, free agency, so on and so forth. And I have the free agency lists for next year pulled up as well, because I was looking at D-line and edge.
Yeah.
So maybe we can start going down the rabbit hole a little bit and see what type of free agents might be out there next year as well.
Okay.
So,
I mean, that would be a good idea as we are talking about running backs. We'll let's give our three.
yeah.
Like you said, the Bruce brothers, they're locked in.
Mhm.
So there's two. Now, who's the third? I think Create brings up a big thing here. I mean, Roschon's been non-existent. We only really see him in special teams, which he seems to perform pretty well in special teams. So I'll give the guy
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
Create brings up that he did watch Coleman's tape and it looked promising. Another guy I liked was Britton Brown, what
Yeah.
I saw from him. I think unless some younger kid edges out Britton Brown might be that third guy.
Yeah, I don't know how much special teams value that he brings. I'm with everybody else. I would be surprised if Roschon makes this roster. I think he's one of those guys whose neck is stretched out on the block right now. And the cleaver is hanging above it type of thing. So unless he really shows out, yeah, I got to agree with you guys. Deion Hankins looks like he's been with the Bears for a couple years. I'm sure he's been a practice squad guy for most of that time. But Roschon, I think, is going to have a hard time making this roster. Like Create said, I think, the running back, the undrafted free agent, he might get a shot, man. He might be one of those practice squad guys. Britton Brown gets elevated from the practice squad where he was last year, and you might see Bennett taking his place. I very, very well could see that possibly happening. Yeah, Kelvin. He's not a burner, that's for damn sure. So, but he runs with some power. If he brings some special teams prowess with him, I could see it.
But Matt says Kennesaw State running back has amazing hands, 20 plus receptions each year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now it's time to see if that type of production will translate to the NFL. I mean, being at Kennesaw State, the level of competition might not be as high, but we've seen plenty of people from smaller schools do just fine.
So it should be interesting to see that unfold during the offseason. Who's going to get that third spot? I'll be watching with... Go ahead.
I was going to say, do you foresee them possibly trying to keep 4 out of this running back room?
Ooh, yeah, maybe. Again, if somebody shows some special teams prowess, yeah, sure. Absolutely. But then where are we cutting a spot out from?
Yeah, and that would, that's where it becomes tricky. We'll have to kind of see, as the numbers start stacking up, we might have to come back, revisit. I don't foresee them doing that, especially with the 1-2 punch that they have with Swift and Monungai. But I think the consensus in the chat is pretty unanimous. We all think that Roschon is gone, and he's in a contract year. He's in his 4th year of his rookie deal. boy, that first year he ran with some power,
Hmm.
but I was just kind of amazed. The dude looks like he's running in mud sometimes, you know?
A little bit, a little
Yeah,
bit.
it just having trouble, you know, stepping out into the hole or jump cutting is non-existent.
No,
It's straightforward,
it
and
is
that was pretty
straightforward.
much it.
Wait, he gives you one good cut.
Yeah.
So, like, because I've seen him before, say running outside zone, he'll make that one good cut and go upfield. But then, brother, that's it. He's also good at short yardage, though, too. I remember they'd bring him in a lot for short, third and shorts, fourth and short, and goal line, and he
Yeah.
gets it.
Yeah,
So,
he vulture backed pretty hardcore in that first year with the Flus. Chad brings up a good point too. I'm leaning towards Chicago getting their third running back from another team's cuts. Not sure which team's rosters has an abundance.
ooh,
It's always a possibility. There with the back end of this roster too, the Bears still have 2 roster spots that are open, which after we're done kind of going through this, we could talk about what they might want to do with it. I know we dabbled in it a little bit last week, and kind of guessing what we think that they might sign. At this point, based off of the draft, I think we all can agree that there's going to be some type of a veteran edge that will be signed. But we also thought that the Bears were going to
Yeah.
draft one too.
dude, you beat me to it because I was going to
Yeah.
go or not.
Right. Right. So we just don't know. That's what this boils down to.
All right, so I got us down for 3, possibly 4. I'm taking notes as we go. So I got us down for 3 running backs, a possible 4. I'm putting an asterisk there because as we get more down the roster, we'll see if we have wiggle room somewhere else.
Yeah, I have a feeling that they'll end up with 3. You know, the linebacker situation will probably dictate that depending on what they have, and they have a plethora of them. But
Got a
we
shit ton of linebackers.
we won't get to the linebacker room for a little bit here. So
All right, next up comes one of our powerhouse rooms, I think. Wide receivers.
wide receivers. All right. So right now on the roster we have Maurice Alexander, LB3, Rome, Khalif, JP Richardson,
Yeah.
Xavier Thomas,
Nice.
and all day Jade.
Jade. How many is that? That's all we have? Because so last year the
One,
Bears chose to keep 6.
7.
7. Okay, so wow.
Yep.
Like I said, last year the Bears had 6
Mhm.
on the 53. So
And then for
there's
the
gonna be
UDFAs, they also added Squirrel White and Omari Kelly from Michigan State, who we liked when we were looking at him.
yeah.
And then in the rookie minicamp invites, I thought they had a wide receiver. They do not. It's mostly line there. So
All right. So a couple guys ain't making the squad. We can go ahead and pencil in Rome,
mhm.
Luther,
Khalif,
Khalif, Savion.
save it. Yeah. Whew. How many did you say that they kept last year?
6.
They kept 6. Okay. Interesting. So that's 4 right there, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about
JP.
Jade?
Oh yeah,
He was-
Jade. I'm sorry. Yep,
Yep.
he's count him. So that's 5. And then I think JP too.
Think JP's going to be the guy?
It's like one of those quiet little fan favorites, but I think what he brings to the special teams is keeping him on this roster.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Omari Kelly could be a practice squad guy. I could see that.
Yeah.
Based off of what we were seeing, a developmental type of guy. Squirrel White. What are you guys thinking about Squirrel White out there? Yeah, I think it's going to be real tough for him to even crack the practice squad unless he has a good camp type of thing.
Is he the guy who pulled up his RAS score and they were god awful?
Yeah. Yeah, he's from Florida State. He transferred when he was at Tennessee, he looked pretty good, but he just had a horrible year last year. So
overall, I like this room. I like our wide receivers right now. I mean, even missing DJ,
Yeah.
which I am gonna miss, but I feel great about Luther taking the next step and being that guy. And then that way behind him, now these younger guys get to flourish, you know.
Mhm. What do you think about Rome, man? What are you projected for him? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I hate to do this to the kids so early on, but this is your year, buddy. This is
Mhm.
your year, kiddo. If you don't have a good year, you're probably maybe not a Bear the following year. You might get traded or something, or we just won't sign your. Because, well, they get a 5th year on him because he was a
Yeah.
first round pick. So
Yeah.
maybe it's not a make or break year. He'll have one more. He'll have
Yeah.
one more after this one, maybe. I forgot
It's
about the 5th year option. Shoot.
if we get first half Roma Dunze all year versus banged up Roma Dunze,
Yeah.
then I think you're talking about something. That's a big if though, right?
Yeah.
So far, he's had his struggles with injury. He's had his struggle with drops. But I think he's kind of the linchpin of this room right now. If he takes that next step and Luther continues to build on what he was doing, now you're talking one of the better rooms, across the league type of thing. I can't put him number one when you have rooms out there like Puka Nakua and
Yeah.
Devontae Adams and whatnot. It would be
Yeah.
tough, but they would be extremely competitive in that realm. Let's see that early connection between Caleb and Rome. And man, this thing could start off fast and just keep building momentum from there.
Yeah. I mean, choose. Like you said, dude, early, the first 6-7 weeks, that connection between Caleb and Rome was looking dynamite.
Yeah, dynamite.
And then, then he got hurt, and then it was like, well, then he comes back. He struggles, like you said, with contested catches, and just it didn't look the same
Yeah,
after that foot injury, which, the foot probably the most important part of the body for a wide receiver. So he comes back. I'm confident. I'll say that. I'm
Mhm.
confident. We're going to see that version of Rome this year.
yeah. If you kind of keep an eye on the chat, everybody's excited about this wide receiver room. Count me in as well. This is going to be one of the strengths of this team. I think just our pass catchers in general will be the strength of this team throughout. So I'm excited to see what this group will do 100% for sure. I'm just excited to see this offense in year 2. Let's
Yes.
just be honest, man. I can't
Yes.
wait.
Yeah, if you follow the trend from when Ben Johnson was the OC out in Detroit, right? That
Mhm.
first year they had their struggles. They picked it up at the end, and that's exactly like how our offense looked last year. But that next year, they took off. And then
Yeah.
the third year, they were the top offense. Well, I think they were the top offense for 2-3 years anyways, but by year 2, by year 3, that offense was dominating. So, yeah, super excited. What did we get to in terms of our wide receiver room? Are we still hanging out at 5? We don't have 6 yet.
Yeah, so we got Burden, Rome, Khalif, Xavion, Jade, so that's 5. And then the last one is I think is where the competition's gonna come in. Is it JP Richardson for specials? Does like a Squirrel White or Amari Kelly, the receiver from Michigan State, does he get a chance to make a name for himself? If not, I think, from what we see in Amari Kelly, I definitely think would be a practice squad guy for sure.
Okay.
And could be one of those guys that develops into something. He reminds me of, one of his college comps or whatnot might be like a Jaden Reed type style, a little bit smaller guy, but just running wide open across the middle of the field. If you take a look at the chat, they all love the wide receiver room, man. I agree with you. This is going to be a fun year.
All right, so we're going in with 6.
Okay.
Very good. All right. Yeah, like you said, that last spot for wide receiver up for grabs, but we got our solid 5 that I'm pretty sure we can lock in. Here's another room that's super duper exciting. The chat's going to blow up here. Tight end. Last season, the Bears took 3. Bears kept 3 tight ends on the 53. And
So here's the room as it sits right now. We have Steven Carlson, Kadir Ismail, Nikola Kalanick. Kalanick sounds better.
Yeah.
Cole
I
Kmet.
think that's right, though. But go ahead.
Okay. Colston Loveland and rookie Sam Roush. Pretty cut and dry who the top
Yeah,
three
this
are,
is.
huh?
Let's not let's talk more about how excited we are about the 3 we know are obvious locks
Right.
to be in this tight end room. It's going to be Cole Kmet, Colston Loveland, Sam Roush. We're going to have one of the most deadliest tight end rooms in the NFL. Just book it right now. Yes, I am drinking the Kool-Aid. This tight end room, that's insane.
Yeah.
All right, we knew Colston Loveland was just exploding last season. Cole Kmet's Mr. Dependable, does all the right things. I like Cole Kmet a lot. Again, the only thing I would fix in his game is after you catch the ball, buddy, you got to keep moving, got to keep running.
Yep.
But that's okay. He's got great hands. He knows how to read defenses. He's a great run blocker. Obviously, we know Colston Loveland's run blocking is also very damn good. But this kid we've drafted, also a damn good run blocker who does have offensive prowess to catch the ball, run after catch. Oh, I can't wait. I just can't.
Kelvin's right there with you. He already drank a gallon of Kool-Aid already.
Yes.
So Creed brings up a good point. Roush is 260. Let's look at the measurables on these 3 tight ends.
They're huge.
6'6", 6'6", 6'6".
Yeah.
Colston Loveland is the small guy at 241. Cole Kmet 257. Sam's got an extra 10 pounds on that, and everybody was all excited about Sam's blocking abilities, man. You go back and watch his tape, and you look at the stats that he was able to put up, and you'll be like, oh, man, he didn't really tear it up in the receiving realm. But then I challenge you to go back and watch that tape and look at who the hell is throwing him the ball. The Stanford offense and this team in general was absolutely horrendous the last few years. It's not, the old Cardinals that you can think of back when the Harbaugh days and stuff were there. So it has changed quite a bit, and it's not nearly as strong as a program as they once had. The more and more I look at Sam, the more and more I'm like, wow, this has the potential to just go absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all these pass catchers. Look at my biggest fear right now is how are we going to get all these playmakers touches, right?
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
And we couldn't have a better guy to deal with that problem than Ben Johnson.
That is true. That is true. Kelvin saying Loveland is the tight end king of the mismatch. Mm-hmm. And with Sam being more of an inline tight end, does this give Colston more freedom to line up in the slot? Outside, we saw the 13 personnel last year. The possibilities are endless. So this is going to be a real exciting year from that point. The pass catchers in general, how can you not get just totally juiced about this group?
Seriously. I mean, you add this tight end room with the wide receiver room we just went over. Holy crap balls. Like it's going to be, it's going to be a 3-ring circus.
Right. Great. 13 personnel. Are we running or faking the run and throwing to a tight end, which we'll have 3 very good ones out there. So all 3 of them will be viable options in a pass round. So
yeah. And so to go over Colson Loveland's the season he had last season, his stats were pretty damn good. To think like the kid takes just another step, and obviously is going to have a bigger role in this offense. We could have 1,000-yard tight end receiver there with Colston, man. This is just going to be exciting offense to watch. It's going to be an exciting offense.
You think about it. So, is it very possible that Luther and Rome could possibly end up with 1,000 yards? I think so.
Yeah,
100%, right? And then you throw 1,000-yard tight end in there. That is a strong possibility as well. Whoo-wee.
Ooh, Barlissimo. Thank you. How you doing? Good morning here. Morning in the United States. Across the pond, it's probably a little bit later. But which I did check out and liked your Jordan Vandenberg video. It was a great one. I recommend anybody in the chat go to Barlissimo's channel after the show and go check out that video because he did an excellent job breaking him down. We're going to get to him as we break down this 53-man roster because he has probably one of the most biggest opportunities on the team to not just make the team, but in such a lackluster defensive line room, this kid could really make a name for himself here. But we'll get there in a second.
Barely small. I also checked out that video. Awesome stuff, man. Yeah. If you guys haven't checked it out, seriously, go to his page, check it out, and then you guys will be just as hyped as what we are about the White Rhino. So,
and after that, definitely waiting to check that one out too. Some Xavier Thomas breakdown. I need to learn a little bit more about this kid, but just the speed alone and having Ben Johnson be the one to move him around and do what he's going to do with him, fantastic stuff. Let's see. Calvin, never thought I would live to see when the Chicago Bears have too many offensive weapons. I'm 63 and just, I'm shocked. Same.
Last year during the season, how many times have you and I had the conversation where we're like, man, all we're doing is talking about the offense. This is not normal for us as being Bears fans growing up in the time that we did. It was defense, 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 defense.
Yeah.
Right. And we barely talked about the defense. The only time we talked about the defense last year was, to call out maybe some shortcomings.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Big Mike says Caleb and Loveland will be the next Mahomes and Kelsey. Damn Skippy.
Yeah.
Damn Skippy.
I mean, look at what Loveland did in the playoffs last year. He already has a higher receiving total in the playoffs than Kelsey had in his whole career in his first playoff game.
Barlissimo, good point. 9 watching, only 2 likes. Come on, everybody. Close the chat out just for a second. Hit like, come right back in the chat.
We got 11 of you guys on Everything Bears, 1 on Facebook, and 10 on Book of Ezra right now. So there's plenty of eyeballs on us.
Come on, give the video a like. Oh, there's some on the Book of Ezra too. If you guys are watching on the Book of Ezra, go down to the description. Oh, on Twitter. If you guys want to come over to YouTube, hit the description, come and sub to the YouTube channel, come catch us over here. Because that channel, I'm not going to be streaming Everything Bears on that channel for much longer. And if you want to keep up with us, come on over. Plus, you could follow us also on Twitter at Everything Bears. We're just not streaming just there yet because we just started a couple weeks ago and there's not too many subs over there.
Yeah, buddy. Barely small. Another good point, man. Let's throw up the poll. Now that we've talked about the pass catchers, who do you think's going to hit 1K yards first? Monangai, Adunze, or Loveland? Man, let's throw Luther in there as well.
Yeah, let's throw Luther in there.
So let's see what is happening. Crates are already coming in with Bird, and he's saying so. You setting up the poll now?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. Actually, I forgot. Matt, how do we find the Book of Ezra? All the descriptions are in the description down below. since you're on YouTube right now, if you click the description, open it up, you'll see all of our social links there. At Book of Ezra's there on YouTube, except on the Book of Ezra on YouTube, I don't talk bears. I talk conspiracy theories and aliens and stuff. So, but you're welcome to come over there anytime you want. Come on over. Let's see. Noah says, "Hey, what's up, Bearlissimo?" Wedge, if you keep up with the chat, I'm going to start this poll and I'll put in the names and everybody can vote. Because that's my vote.
All right. Big Mike already said, I hit the retweet. I don't know what my 2 followers are doing. Them bums. I follow Big Mike. You follow Big Mike?
I do.
Oh, sorry, Big Mike. That's on us then. Craig's checking us out on YouTube, and he's throwing his hat in the ring for Bird, and he thinks he's gonna just bust out. So once Ez gets the chat up, or excuse me, the poll, we'll be able to all officially vote on it to see who's gonna hit 1,000 first. Maybe throw Swift in there as well. Swift, Manungai, runners or pass catchers. That's gonna be interesting, man. Noah says probably all of them. Kelvin's saying when we get to the D line, I don't think it's as weak as the stats are going to indicate. We're going to take a look at it, man. And I'll tell you, to give you a quick insight, I like a couple of these guys that we picked up that we didn't have on the roster before draft and undrafted free agents. Akatum checks in. Bear down, baby. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, all that good stuff, guys. Bearlissimo is flexing his might here. 3.1K views, 169 likes in one day. He'll take that, man. It was a great video, bro. Great breakdown. Love it. So I keep posting that content. I love when people post that stuff. Somebody gets to do the work for us. I'm all for it, man. And I love watching tape on these new guys. It's a great way to kind of get to know these guys, to see what we're looking for.
Ooh, they only let me put 4 options, so we got to be really selective here. So I got Luther Bird and Colson Loveland. I put DeAndre Swift and Kyle, but our running backs hitting 1,000 reception yards.
Let's just do the receivers then.
Yeah, all right.
So
Luther Bird and Colson Loveland, Rome,
yep. Craig saying really small. You just got another like on your Vandenberg video, so he checked that out.
Nice. And then the rookie. Should we put the rookie in there too? Xavier
or Xavier? Oh, okay, sure. Why not? Big Mike says, man, I hope you're right, Kelvin. Last year left a bad taste in our mouth like it did most of us. So Kelvin's just another shout out to Bearlissimo here. He knows ball. So 1K combined yards for the backs and passing. Okay. You could do that if you need a 4th.
Xavier Thomas.
So much like us, as I think everybody in here is, I wonder, no, I don't think we can comment. So in the chat, guys, put your answers. 1, Luther Burden. 2, Colson Loveland. 3, Roma Dunze. Or 4, Xavier Thomas. Who is going to be the first Bears player to 1,000 yards? Take the time to cast your vote.
Take your time. We're just rounding out this tight end room. So we agree that the 3 tight ends that the Bears kept last season, they're going to do 3 again this year. And it's going to be Cole Kmet, Colston Loveland, and Sam Roush.
So that puts us at 15. Colston with the early lead here. So come on, Big Mike. You got to type a number, brother. Read the instructions, man. You want to type 2 in the chat if you're voting for Loveland.
He's on a lawnmower right now. Leave the guy alone.
That's true. He's, but he was able to thumb out Loveland and not a number 2.
All right, here we go.
So as they pour in, so what's next then? Offensive line? Is that?
Can I vote? I want to vote. Hold on. Let me go to my YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go to my YouTube channel and I'm voting.
All right. Well, I'll do the same then.
I want in on this.
Let's put our own votes in. Yes, 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 yes.
Bam.
Ooh, who do I want to go with? I know who I'm going with.
Oh, you got to mute our video because it's coming
Yeah.
through your.
All right, my vote is in.
Okay, Barlissimo's
Man.
got another poll after this one's up.
All right, so offensive line coming up next, man.
Yes. So
This is going to be an interesting one.
This is. So the Bears kept 9. Bears kept 9. So we'll just go ahead and we know who the starters are going to be. We know who the starters are. No, actually, we don't know all the starters. Well,
we don't.
Even at center, it's question mark to me.
Uh-oh.
Hey, boys, Lions fan lurking. Gav, what's up? Good morning, sir.
This is a good poll question as well. How many Bears Pro Bowl players on the offense next year? That will be a good one. Once everybody gets in there and casts their vote for the first 1,000-yard pass catcher, we'll give it a few more minutes. Let that wrap up as we start talking about the offensive line.
So we know Joe Thuney, lock him in, left guard.
Mm-hmm.
I think the center position, hearing talks about this Logan kid all week in the last week, there might be like a competition for the starting job.
I think you're right, man. I don't think it's a lock.
Oh. Go
Vince,
Pack Go
right?
all day shows up. Vince.
Yeah, Vince, how you doing, buddy?
He says none of them.
Looks like Gaviscon is starting to change his allegiance a little bit. I'm a Titans fan now. Anthony Hill Jr., Tate, Lions couldn't draft worse, in my opinion. Gratz, Bears, and Pack fight it out. So he's tossing up the white flag. All right.
Go Pack Go put in 0.
So
you know what? That's fair. That's fair.
You're right, because there's so many different options. It's going to be tough for one guy to get to 1,000. You're right. They're all going to be stuck at 900.
I'm saying 0's fair because if I was in your chat, I'd do the same.
Right. So let's talk about these offensive linemen right now. We got Karan Amagaji.
On a bubble.
Theo. Oh, yeah. Bubble. We'll
Theo's
get to it in
not
a second.
I don't think Theo's on a bubble.
Theo Benedict, Kyle Hergel, Jonah Jackson, Braxton Jones, Logan Jones, Jordan McFadden, which might have a little bit of debate behind him here, Luke Newman, Joe Thuney. We know Ozzy's going to be on the pup for sure, if not the IR for the year. We'll see how that happens. Jedrick Wills, which is going to be an interesting guy, could be an either way type of guy. Darnell Wright. And then this is where we talk about the Vanilla Gorilla. He's on there. Caden Barnett. Seeing who else we have. Mason Murphy from Auburn, undrafted. And then rookie minicamp invites. We have Dane Walter, an offensive lineman from a D3 school at UW La Crosse. Josh Kreutz, a legacy, right? Olin's boy. Jax Harrington from Louisiana. And that is it for the rookie minicamp invites.
So Barlissimo also kind of naming the starters here, which I can agree with. That Jedrick Wills is going to be interesting, but because he does have probably a really good inside track to be the starter for sure. It's just I wonder if he can perform at the level that he was drafted at and his potential is, how much did Theo Benedict get better in the offseason?
This one's up for serious debate here. So how
Yeah.
many was that? That was, and I forgot Bradbury. He was up at the top, listed as a center, not as an O lineman. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Bradbury would make 13.
Wow.
Whew, this is this thing is stacked. Yeah, Vince, come on, man. We try. So because we
So let's
refuse to
stick.
say it.
Oh, yeah, we won't say your call sign.
handle.
Your Vince.
Yes.
So let's stick with Barlissimo's 5 there, because I think they're all going to make the 53, and that leaves 4 more for us to pick.
Yeah, so we know Jones and Bradbury for sure, right? The
Yep.
2 centers will make it. Now we can have a debate on
So
who's
that
going to
makes
start
6.
and when.
Yeah.
Jedrick Wills, I can see a scenario where he doesn't make it if he's not back fully from that injury. I could see a scenario where he doesn't make the team. I can also see a scenario where he will be the starting left tackle and could be a franchise guy. That's how polarizing this guy is right now. Can he return to the first round pick talent that he had? Has injuries decimated his career? We'll find out. We will find out. So
yeah. And create, I have 9. We picked 9. We held on to 9 last season.
okay. Yeah. Yep.
So right now we've got 6, we're saying. I like Luke Newman. He's been sticking around. That'll make 7.
Mm-hmm. McFadden.
Ooh, I like McFadden a lot too. He's probably
do
going to
too.
make it too.
He got the start in the playoff game, right? When they bumped Tooney out.
Yeah.
That says something. I don't think the Vanilla Gorilla is going to make the 53, but he will definitely be a practice squad invite. That I would say for sure. Theo as the swing tackle, agreed. So
I think that's 9, boys.
what about Braxton?
After Theo. I don't.
Right.
So, well, this is where we're going to open up the discussion. Let's open the floor to the left tackles talk then.
Yeah.
Because, right, if you're making a case for Jones, I forgot what I was watching the other day. Somebody's live chat. I want to say it was, who was I watching? Barlissimo, you were there. Greg Gabriel and Aldo, right? So they were talking about, somebody in the chat kept saying, like, Braxton Jones not only going to make the 53, but he's going to be our starting left tackle come week 1. And I was like, get the hell out of here.
It's possible. Oof.
That's what I'm thinking, Big Mike. So let's just say really quick, right? Barlissimo Benedict is a swing. I think he makes an excellent swing. Jordan McFadden, he's a keeper. Yep, I agree with that. Hey, thanks for joining us. How do I pronounce that? Akatem.
That's what I went with too.
But thank you. Yeah, he says that comment up above 100. Braxton's joining Cream's cleaning crew. That's what I think. I don't know, like, the guy. It's just his anchor. I like the guy. He's been a consummate professional. He's been that staple at left tackle for a lot of seasons, and that's great. But, sir, you have no anchor. AC Adam.
Okay.
AC Adam. Got it. So that's it for the poll. Everybody has spoken. We're closing out the poll at Colston Loveland being the front runner to be the first Bears pass catcher to catch 1,000 receiving yards this season. Not a bad pick. My money is still on Luther Burden.
Mm-hmm. So let me put this out there. If the Bears end up keeping Dredgick or Wills and Braxton Jones, who then becomes the victim? Is it Luke Newman? Is it McFadden? Are they going to be forced to make a hard decision there? With Pillow possibly missing the entire season, and I'm guessing this decision would be made on who could possibly, um, if he can make it back or not, and you keep two left tackles, then I think it comes down to a real tough decision between McFadden and Newman. Barlissimo, I think, said it earlier. Newman can play all three interiors. He's probably your emergency center. We talked about him last year after the season was over. Barlissimo's good point. McFadden back to the practice squad. Would somebody sign him after seeing what he could do last year?
Most likely.
Most likely. So I can see some attrition happening that way. Kareem Amagaji, he's gone. I don't see him making the 53. I don't see them trying to keep him on the practice squad. Quite honestly, I think he's out of here, in my opinion. Good luck to you, buddy. Sorry you had the injury, but your college tape did not translate over to the pros at all.
Nope. I think they drafted him because he called his shot. You know, he went up to Flus and Ryan Poles before the draft and said, where they think they had like some sort of meeting or they met at the combine or something. And he walked up to the Bears heads who were there and said, "You're going to draft me." And then they were like, "Okay, we're going to draft you." And then drafted him.
Your wish is my command.
So yeah, we'll keep this rolling because this is ending the offensive talk as we move on to the defense. But before we do, Barlissimo's poll is coming right up. And that is, as soon as I move it, how many offensive players make the Pro Bowl this season from the Bears? Again, it only lets me put 4 options. I wanted to say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The whole offense.
You could have done like 1 to 2, 2 to 3. That's okay.
I'm a homer.
I mean, maybe we're getting greedy.
Well, it was recommended by you, Barlissimo. I have to give credit. I have to give credits. I just don't steal ideas and go, "Hey, guess what we came up with here?" No, because this is a good question. We're all so excited, and we are, about how deadly this offense is going to be. You would think that a certain amount of players on the team, on the offense, are going to make the Pro Bowl.
Yep.
Damn, so right out of the gate, somebody voted. We got 3.
Yeah,
Wedge.
buddy.
Wedge has 3. That was Wedge. I was like, somebody's voted 3.
I gotta say, Caleb, Tooney, I think, is a lock. So that's 2. You tell me one of these pass catchers can't make it?
Wow.
I don't know, man. I think 3's the floor.
3 might be the floor because
Yeah.
So let me remind the chat too. Wedge had said, "This is Wedge's bold prediction? Caleb throws for 5,000 yards this season.
Mm-hmm.
If he does that, lock Caleb in, right? So he's 1.
Yeah.
Tooney is an absolute. Just lock him in right now because he made it last year." And then with Loveland, Darnell, right? Darnell was a All-Pro, second team All-Pro.
Count Darnell in there.
No Pro Bowl.
Initial voting. So, and we'll throw out, the Shador clause if you just get thrown in there for ratings. Wow, I feel like the idiot now for only voting for 3.
Well, because you got to think, I'm going to go 3 as well, though, only because even though this offense is going to be insanely powerful, there's also, 15 other teams
Mm-hmm.
in the NFC that are also got studs on their team who will probably show out and have great statistical years and blah, blah, blah. And everybody hates the Bears, so there's that too. Nobody
Right,
votes
sure.
for.
There's some Bears bias. Like, I mean, come on. Caleb couldn't even be named an alternate last year. So, I mean, whew. Yeah, everybody's rolling with 4, man. I mean, this
Dang, man!
seems like
All right,
a running
I'm liking
away.
it.
Yeah.
I'm liking the vibes here, everybody. I'm liking it.
Mhm. Again, that goes to that show comment. So Caleb throws for 5,000, and that means our offense will be unstoppable. 0 if you think the Bears will be in the championship game. Yeah, well, they'll still get voted, man. Ben Johnson, our coach, I'm changing my vote to 5. Popularity contest. Real question is, how many all pros?
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a
As see Shador for popularity, and even if so, for popularity, I don't get it, man. Like, how the hell did Shador get in there?
I don't know. I don't know if that was like a "we're sorry" from the NFL about drafting you so late. We're just gonna go ahead and just shoo you in there. Our bad.
Yeah.
Because yeah, even popularity wise, how the hell did he get voted in? Because
So that gives us, if my math is correct, 25 on the offense. So 25 on the defense and 3 specialists. I think that's going to kind of be how this breaks out. So that sounds about right. Yeah. So we're rolling here.
just hiding the poll. It's still running.
Yeah. We'll
We're
bring it
gonna
up
hide
at the
that
end.
for a little bit. Yeah. So next we got the defense. Here we go. Defensive edge. The Bears kept 5 last season. They had 5 edge rushers on the final 53. So 5's our number to work off of, boys. Let's talk it out.
They broke it out between edge and tackle, huh?
So yeah, the edge they kept 5, and
Okay.
tackles they kept 4.
So 9 altogether for D line. I don't know if we maybe combine them just due to the fact that that's how they're listed on the roster.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So here's the breakdown of who we have on the roster as of right now: Austin Booker, Gervon Dexter, Neville Gallimore, Jonathan Garvin, Daniel Hardy, Grady Jarrett, John Marie Chroma, James Lynch, Jeremiah Martin, a motivated Dio Adangbo, Kadavius Street, Montez Sweat, Shamar Turner, who will probably start off on the pup if I had to guess, and then one Jordan Vandenberg, the White Rhino himself.
Wow.
And then for the undrafted, we have Jaden Loving, who I really like. And then for the rookie minicamp invites, we have Terrell Tillman, a defensive edge from Texas Tech, who was the guy sitting behind the 2 studs. And that is it for rookie minicamp invites.
I mean, wow. So let's just get to our 9. Let's just knock out the guys that we're absolutely stuck with. And that's Dio Adangbo and Montez.
And Grady.
Just because of contract. You're not getting rid of them. So that's 3 right there.
Yeah.
Vince says Matthew Golden breakout season loading up. You better hope so.
Sake. Yeah, exactly. I mean, with Tucker Kraft coming back, that's their biggest weapon. So barely Samo. Throwing up for the motivated Dio mention. New season, new variables, new possibilities, new outcomes. Every season has its own story. That is for sure.
Hey, Vinny, thanks for joining the Everything Bears Discord. Thank you.
Kelvin Swanson, he was beating this drum a little bit earlier. He said the details are looking pretty decent. And Big Mike, who the hell is Matthew Golden? Never heard of her. No, Big Mike. Matthew Golden is the one who tied Caleb Williams for receiving touchdowns last year. So,
okay, yeah, nice. Hey, the arrow can only go up from there.
That's right.
Can only go
Dio's too motivated for me.
I agree with that, Calvin. He's a little bit too motivated for me as well. Calm it down.
Let's
shoot.
You want to start with edges first and try to break them apart from there?
So yeah. All right. That's
so
fair. So 5
Booker's
edges.
split, right?
Booker's is a lock.
Montez lock.
Dio locked.
Yeah, might be starting off on the pup, right? Matthew Golden breakout season, so he's going for 350 and 2 tutties this season.
Hey, that is upward trajectory.
That's true. Daniel Hardy, he's a special teamer. I think he normally gets listed as a tackle. Just kind of going through here. Dio is an edge. Kentavious is one of those guys that I think technically is listed as an edge. Shamar Turner, ooh. I think they're going to play him more at edge.
Yeah, I think so.
On this.
So
and then Vandenberg will be an inside guy. So they kept, you said 5 edges?
It's a Shamar Turner thing is going to be kind of like a wild card here on how they list him because, although we drafted him and he was a DT, they used him an awful lot at edge, and I think that's probably where he's going to play most of his snaps. I'd like to guess. I could be dead wrong, but...
Yeah. Daniel Hardy, is core special team dude, and he's a DN.
Yeah, Hardy will make it, I think. I just don't know where they'll list him because, he's very good on special teams.
It's probably better, I guess, to look at this as a whole, because between some of these guys, they're kind of hybrid guys. So, there's a lot of versatility in there. Turner can play DN, tackle. Dio's the same. Yeah, he's big enough to bump to the inside.
So then if they can do both, we're at 5 edge rushers where the Bears had last season. Should we move to DT and see if...
Yeah. So who you're taking? Booker, Hardy, Sweat, Dio.
Yeah.
And
Turner.
Who's the... And Turner. Okay. We'll put Turner there. So that's 5 there.
Yeah. And so 4 defensive line, 4 tackles now.
Oof, okay. 4 D tackles.
That's going to be Gilmore is 1.
Dexter's
another.
Okay.
Grady Jarrett is 3. And then this is where he's gotta.
Yeah.
He's got to give it his all.
He's got to beat out
Kentavious Street.
James Lynch.
Yeah.
Jonathan Garvin. Yeah. Dexter, Gallimore. Yeah. I got to think that Vandenberg, from what we've seen so far, barring something happening to him, I got to think that he's that 4th tackle in that rotation.
So, and let me add to that as well, where he definitely could be that 4th tackle. If Shamar Turner is on PUP to start the season, then we'll see him if he beats out those other guys.
Mm-hmm.
then that'd be a good opportunity to see him. Then they could slip him in that spot if again. But I heard he's going to be ready to go though, like right out of the gates.
Nice. Okay. Um, That leaves the opening for Jaden Loving. I think if that's an open competition there,
Him too. I forgot about him
the
too.
guy
'cause-
from Wake Forest,
yeah,
if nothing else, he's a practice squad guy for sure.
I could see that.
He could be somebody in a couple years, or maybe even after next year, which we'll talk about when we're done breaking down the 53, that could slide into that D tackle spot. Because that dude is athletic as all get out.
Yeah, and he's big. He's a big kid too.
Yeah. Yep. Moves really well. So Matt's saying James Lynn saying beating out the White Rhino. Hell
Yeah.
no. I mean, he makes it on name alone for me. So Vince says, feel free to sleep on Matt Golden. Calvin, say relax, man. Nobody's sleeping on him. Just some of us are snoring. But seriously, Golden is a good player. Yeah, I think he has the opportunity to be pretty good.
Yeah.
The thing that limits Golden is love and his infatuation with Watson, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lynch not beating out the Rhino. Vandenberg is a 30 to 40% snap guy by the end of the season. I could see it. I think he'll start chewing up a bunch of Grady Jarrett snaps. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Yep.
So I could see them rolling, that would be a pretty good rotation. Maybe with a better rotation and Dexter. This is a big season for him, man. I think some of us were surprised that he came back this year, but if he doesn't show out, we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Barlissimo says if talent dictates who plays. Look, man, I think Ben Johnson runs a tight ship, man. It used to be like contracts over performance, and it still kind of has to be that way a little bit, especially when you invest so much money, say, like into a Dayo Adengbo. Like, he shouldn't even be on the field, okay? But because they paid him right, he goes. But I think these young guys and the interior defensive line, it's got to be, right? It's got to be who's the best player. So I don't give a shit what your name is or what you're getting paid.
Yeah.
If some young kid who doesn't have a name for himself yet outplays you, he's playing. He's making the 53.
Did the Bears
God.
have major? Where to start? Jalen Johnson, top 3 corner of the league, was out for half the season with the core muscle. Kyler Gordon missed the majority of the season. All-pro, nickel. Dayo Dangbo, that could be debatable. I mean, it was a major injury, tore his Achilles. So
look, he just says
Edwards, Edmonds, both down. Yeah.
I mean, we got decimated at linebacker. You had Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards out. We were running a practice squad defense for a good portion of the season. So, yeah.
I mean, it did help us find, a couple diamonds in the rough. I know we haven't talked about linebacker yet, but DeMarco Jackson came out of that. And I think he has the opportunity to be a really good player with this team, man.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the reasons why we didn't have to go linebacker this year. Barlissimo, man, calm down, buddy. Maybe pour yourself another cupper.
He says, I'm just ragging you. You don't mean nothing, right? Tremaine, Calvin says, Packers lost Parsons, Tom, Wyatt, Kraft, and Jenkins. They were all key players. Yeah.
Smith, Jalen. Yeah. It was interesting on the defensive side. Now the offensive side, outside of Trapillo in the playoff game, stayed remarkably healthy. So Yeah. Marshawn Lloyd, man, poor guy. That dude can't stay healthy to save his life. Yeah, Rome with the broken foot. Yeah, there was a bunch out there. I'm worried our UDFAs get sniped if we choose politics over performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Though I will say, under polls, there's been plenty of UDFAs that have made the team. Look at Tyson Bagent, Jade, just probably the two top ones right
Yeah.
now that have received playing time. I think Blackwell was a UDFA. He's a core special teamer now. There's a handful of guys that they've done really well in bringing on to the squad. So,
Was Terrell Smith too?
man, that's a good question. I want to say he was drafted, but I am not 100% sure on that. I can ask the Google machine.
Barlissimo says yes. Terrell Smith was also on IR. Yeah, we
Yeah.
missed him all season. Or
Yes,
was he undrafted?
Smith was selected in the 5th round.
Okay, so
I was
we
pretty
drafted-
sure
we-
he was drafted. So Smith might be a guy that we will talk about in a little bit. We haven't made it to the DB room. He might have a hard time making the roster.
I don't think Cole Kmet, if my honest opinion, I don't think Cole's getting traded, or this might be his last season as a Bear, but I think he's going to be a Bear all season.
Yeah. With the fact that they restructured him in the offseason here, that tells me that he's going to be around till at least the trade deadline. Worst case scenario.
Yep.
Yeah.
3 tight ends. Terrell, Smitty, and Sewell were drafted.
Mhm.
Yep. And then 165th overall. Terrell Smith was our second best corner at start of preseason last year. Yep. Yeah, he was there. He was going to take over Tyreek's position in the depth chart. So yeah, I mean, he was, man, just really excited to get him back this season, especially like this is a big year for Tyreek Stevenson. Make or break for him this year, and maybe not even. Let's say he has a great year, we might not keep him.
Yeah. The way that the numbers are starting to shake out, it's possible, man. Like, I could see a path that he's not there.
Yep.
We did trade Cole's sister.
I know. What a shame, right?
Yeah.
What a shame.
So I guess since we've been talking about these guys here, we should keep moving on, huh? What you want to go linebackers next?
Yeah, next up, linebackers. Bears kept 5, but of course we saw 10.
Yeah, this is an interesting room this year. So let's talk about the people we do have. Devin Bush, TJ Edwards, Keyshawn Elliott, Dominique Hampton, Ruben Hippolyte, DeMarco Jackson, Jack Sanborn, Neffy, and Noah Sewell. And let's see, did we sign any UDFAs at linebacker? No. I do see Wayne Matthews from Michigan State as a rookie mini camp invite.
Yeah, who was the kid we drafted too?
That would be one Keyshawn Elliott.
Keyshawn Elliott.
Mhm. So how many linebackers did we keep last year?
So 5. They kept
5
on the 53, but as we know, with all the damn injuries,
Yep,
we saw a whole gang of linebackers.
we did. So Devin Bush is a lock.
Lock them.
DeMarco's a lock.
Lock them.
And then the rest is up for debate. TJ Edwards is a lock.
He's a lock. Is he going to be ready to go though week 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
You don't
I
know.
think so. I think from what I've been hearing is that the rehab is going good. So we'll see. Yeah, Vince, we saw this. We talked about this earlier. Chase Claypool didn't make it on the Packers after a tryout.
Oh,
Shocker.
I was hoping you guys would keep him.
Yeah. Barely Smo's given us his 5. Bush, Edwards, Jackson, Elliott, and Sanborn, and a motivated Hippolyte because our GM said so.
Ooh,
So that's 6.
that is 6. They must be preparing for somebody to go down.
Mhm. I'm gonna come right out and say it right here. I don't think Ruben Hippolyte makes the 53. I don't think he's on the Bears after training camp this year. I think the new guy is going to beat him out, take his special team reps. And if he truly is a sponge and just loves the game of football and is constantly picking the brains of the coaches, I could see a world where Hippolyte is the odd man out. I think it would come down to Hippolyte and Sanborn as kind of that 5th linebacker. And honestly, with the instincts that Sanborn plays for and the fact that they brought him back, I think Hippolyte is out this year.
Man, just Sanborn's so damn slow.
Yeah.
I mean, he's instinctive. He's got a good nose for the ball. I just look at him more like a downhill linebacker than a. And maybe I'm wrong. I just don't think his coverage skills. I don't know.
Yeah, you think about it though. I mean, how many times do we have 3 linebackers on the field though?
Yeah, so rarely. We're always a nickel.
Yeah. I think Jack would be a middle linebacker type where he would be able to back up. I just Hippolyte's the better athlete. I'm not afraid to say that, but I just don't see him performing. We saw it a little bit.
Yeah.
He played a little, and there was nothing that
No.
really stuck out. He didn't even really stick out on specials.
No. What I remember of seeing, he didn't jump out at me. That's for if he jumped out at me in the wrong way. Okay. He
Right.
was getting burned at not good in coverage. So, and then he got hurt. So I was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. This is going to definitely be a position group to watch in the early goings on of training camp for sure.
Mhm. Yeah, I could see this happening too, where the Bears may keep 6. Edwards will start the year on IR, so 5 ready and 1 on IR. I could definitely see that. At the beginning, I would say, TJ Edwards, he might be one of those guys after he's healthy. If a desperate linebacker team is looking for somebody midseason, I could see TJ Edwards going. They're not going to cut him because it costs them the same whether they have him or not. And he's not to that point. No Sanborn slander.
No Sanborn slander.
Do I think after this year TJ Edwards will be with this team? I do not. I think this is his last year with the Bears, and then he's going to be moving on.
Tucker Kraft was sick of Matt LaFleur. Is he on a hot seat?
Yeah,
Matt LaFleur on a hot seat this year?
Vince, give us your 2 cents, man. What do you think? Though they recommitted to him in the offseason, they had the perfect chance to dump him, and they didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, then he's probably not then on a hot seat. But is it warming up? If they don't make the playoffs this year, is he on a hot seat after that?
For sure. I could come out and say that. Sanborn's just slow trying to carry that neck around.
What I
Yeah.
will say about Sanborn, because I didn't want my comment to go off as like I'm speaking negative on Sanborn. Sanborn is a football player, which is different, right? When you say, "Oh, he's slow," or maybe he's not good in coverage, the kid is a football player. So, you know what I mean? Like again, his instincts, his reaction. He's a good tackler. Like I said, very good downhill linebacker. So I'm not saying, look, I'm not slandering the kid. He's a Wisconsin linebacker, right? He's a damn football player.
Yeah. Barely small on the spy around here. Vince is saying we'll see, man. Depends on the circumstances. I think if he misses the playoffs again, well, they made the playoffs, but if they miss the playoffs, that thing is roasty toasty. So, just my opinion and listening to local sports media up here. So,
all right. So we got a good selection here between the chat and us. 5-6 guys could make this roster from the linebacker position. So
if you cut down or if you keep an extra linebacker, do you think that you cut out a DB or a defensive lineman?
that's great. Let's actually talk about the DB room next.
Yep, Guy, you are just in time. We're just getting ready to move on to the DB room, which is going to be interesting as well.
So last season, the Bears in the cornerback room kept 8.
Yeah.
And again, and as we know, they kept 8, but we saw 12. No, we really got to see the depth of our cornerback room. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Which was good, even though we lost Nahshon. So he's not even on the list, of course, because he went somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. He's with the Jets, poor guy.
But we get we get Terrell Smith. I don't know why it eluded me there for a second. We get Terrell Smith back.
Zah Frazier.
We're going to get to see for once.
Yeah. And we drafted a corner this year.
We did, man. A kid who could actually fight for a damn
starting spot.
Yeah. I mean, the kid is a good DB, man. We really got a good pick with Malik Muhammad, man.
Mm-hmm. So here's what we have right now, right? Josh Blackwell, safety, Kobe, Dallas Flowers, Zah Frazier, Kyler Gordon, Elijah Hicks, Jalen Johnson, Jalen Jones, Cam Lewis, which was a free agency signing, Dante Manning, Malik, Javarius Owens, Terrell Smith, Tyreek Stevenson, and 1 first-round pick, Dylan Thieneman.
Dude, I have to say, this secondary group is, oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Our DB room is so good. It's going to be a real, I don't know. I mean, we're going to lock some guys in now, obviously, as the chat keeps rolling and we keep talking. We're going to lock some in right now, but for those lower down the depth charts or even to be kept on the practice squad, this is going to be a hell of a competition in this cornerback room, man.
So let's start locking guys in. We know Jalen Johnson's going to be there.
Jalen, yeah.
Kobe. Dylan. Kyler. Yeah.
Tyreek.
Yeah.
Terrell Smith.
Yeah.
The kid we drafted.
Malik. Yeah. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 already.
That's already 7. However, as I mentioned, at corner we kept 8. At safety we had 4.
Okay, so we got 12 altogether.
Yeah.
You know, Blackwell's going to make it. Special teamer.
Blackwell, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hicks, we could probably say the same thing.
Yep.
Cam Lewis, I would say. He is a versatile piece.
Yeah. Was that the guy we brought in from Buffalo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's a lock.
Just going back through it, there's so many. Okay, so we're looking for 12,
Yeah, we're at
11
10.
or 12.
We're at 10
Yeah.
right now.
So whew, that leaves Jalen Jones, Za Frazier. So there'll be good competition there. Undrafted rookies, KC Mume. Oh god, I butchered that thing. He was the guy from Tulane who didn't really have a team last year. We invited Devin Pringle to rookie minicamp. Jaheim Ward from Eastern Kentucky. Pringle was from UConn, by the way. DJ Harris from Youngstown State.
Darius, I'll star your comment. We'll come back to that in 1 second because you must have just missed us talk about the linebackers. I guess I don't know, real quick, guys, who's wearing the green dot on defense? It's going to be TJ
DeMarco.
and DeMarco.
Yeah.
But next, we might keep 14 because of special teams, sure. And just the depth, I mean, like right here. Secondary is going to be fire. Yep. Yeah, secondary is going to be just nasty. All these DBs seem like ball hawks. Yeah, and then again, under the tutelage of Al Harris, the secondary is going to be just filthy. Just filthy.
Yeah, Jalen Jones, Terrell Smith, all going to be fighting it out.
Yeah.
I think Smith is in a contract year this year, too.
Yeah. So, so on top of the talent that's sitting there, they can't keep them all. So it's going to be a hell of a competition for that. Woo.
Yeah, the UDFA from Tulane. Casey.
Oh, shit. Barlissimo says Devin Bush might be green dotting it. Yeah. You know what?
I can see that too. Yeah.
Let me take TJ out. It's going to be DeMarco and Bush.
Though the Bears are really high on his leadership, TJ's.
I would assume Vince has been in Packers streams. Lions, Bears, and Viking streams too. He gets around. Yeah. Which was our feeling going into last season, right? I mean, I said the strength of that defense is the secondary. And then they all got banged up and hurt. So, but then it still turned out to be true. Chad, he's got us a quick poll. Is the 2026 Bears defense roster you forecast improved, same, or declined?
They definitely got faster, for
I'll
sure.
run one.
Yeah. Devin Bush, no more Sewell. AC, I'm thinking Sewells are kind of on the outside looking in for this linebacker room. But for the DBs, yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. The DBs might have to be good depending what happens up front. I really like what Austin Booker has been doing in the offseason. Looks like he's bulked up, gotten stronger. If Shamar could come back, showing, yeah, man, it's linebackers will be faster. Secondary, I think, is going to be as good. I don't know if we're going to quite get as many turnovers, but also I think one of the things to kind of offset that is I think the offense is going to be more sufficient. I don't think they're going to have to rely on kicking field goals as often. I hope, at least. God, that was brutal. All right, so the new poll is up. Is the projected defense better than last year? Improved, same, or worse? Get those comments out there. Just a quick stat check for you guys. The Bears were ranked 28th last year in defense, so take that for what it's worth.
No, factor that into your reasoning.
Yes. Yeah. Big Mike saying that pass rush worries me even without the secondary. That's the $1 million question this year, man. Can it be improved? It has to be. Could it get any worse? God, I hope not.
I mean, there's only like four more ranks it can go down. So
Yeah.
please, let's not do that.
Guy we ended up keeping 9 on the D line between tackles and edges. Yeah, if Booker could takes another step like he did last year,
yeah,
it could be a pretty good combination there. Do
really
I still
ended the
think they need a
season well.
veteran? I do.
Yeah,
and I think they'll end up signing one.
His Austin Booker's arrow was going up towards the end of the season. So if he can just keep that going and go up from there, then yes. But stay healthy, damn it.
Yeah, we talked about it too. We definitely put Shamar Turner at DN in that scheme. So
let's see. Austin Booker needs to bulk up his money to pay for concussion doctors and fines. Hey, no, Vince.
Yeah.
I don't know what tape you saw, but I clearly saw Love spear him. He put his head down and was trying to kill Austin Booker. That's what happened. I don't know what you saw.
Agreed. Yeah. I thought Jordan Love should have been fined for that hit. That was dirty. He dropped his helmet, went helmet to helmet with him.
He did. He dropped his head and boom. That was on Love.
Mm-hmm.
Darius says that the Eagles were ranked 32nd. Their defense was, and they won the Super Bowl the next year. That's that's positive. The power of positive thinking. Yes. I like it, Darius. I like it.
And there's one thing about history. We can all learn from it, right? And it has a tendency to repeat itself. So why not this year?
So Barlissimo, Booker, and Tez, 10 sacks each? 10 sacks plus each? Oh, that'd be a level of heaven I haven't been in a long time.
Since 85, yeah.
Yeah. See, all the Bears fans concur.
Mm-hmm.
Love dropped his head and was trying to hurt Austin Booker. It was it was a clean hit, brother. I don't know what to tell you. Austin Booker's a perfect size to move around on blitzes. He's got a nice size to him. And especially if you've seen him this offseason, the kid did bulk up.
Yeah. Dude, he got swole.
He
put on some man weight.
He did. He got a little bionic.
Listen, guy, it's not the big gorilla. It's the big rhino on defense. The vanilla gorilla is an O-lineman, brother. So I know there's a lot of new nicknames out there this year. It's going to take us a while to get them, but we're here to help.
Or as I've seen on Twitter, the exciting whites.
That's right. Thanks. Did that come from Pat McAfee?
I don't know. But when I saw it, I was dying laughing. The exciting whites.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody's unanimous, man. The defense improved.
What happens more? Booker sacks Love or Luther Burden chokes out their DBs?
I'm gonna go with I don't know.
I hope it's about the same.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Luther, my boy Luther. He's my sleeper. He's my dark horse this season. It's so much, in fact, I am going to be purchasing a Luther Burden jersey once I know what number he's settling on, because it could change again. I heard.
I might be going with the white rhino jersey, man. That just seems like he'd be one of my guys. It's the white rhino. Get it right. I got you, Barlissimo. I can read that comment. I did see this. Y'all see Malik's throw the first pitch at the Marlins game? Dear Lord. He freaking airmailed that thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's what they got. That's what they're going to look forward to. A lot of passes just sailing over people.
Defense was
yeah.
32nd. That tells me that, yeah.
If we're following trends.
Mm-hmm. Though you did get rid of the Flus, so I don't know how that translates for your Cowboys. I'm sure it's just another thing to help that arrow point up. So don't you dare curse these kids. All right. It would have to be a big jersey anyway. Yeah. We didn't even talk about the specials yet, but we're getting there.
We're getting there. We're just shoring up this DB room.
Yeah.
All right. It's unanimous. Everybody thought that the Bears have improved on defense. I agree.
It couldn't have gotten any worse, right? It was so frustrating last year.
It was so bad. And I tell you what, and again, if it happens during the season where I'm pulling out my hair and screaming like a madman because we're not getting to the quarterback, this is going to be a real problem.
All right. Did we lock down the rest of the DBs? What did we end up keeping? 11 there?
So we had, I only had marked down 10. Again, the Bears kept 12 last year, but somebody left a comment, we might do 14. Depends.
Because we went 5 for linebackers. So that would put us at 9, 14. Yeah, if we do 11 there, that would put us at the 25. And then we'd have 3 specialists to choose. Long snapper, kicker, punter. Running backs, we kept 3.
Okay. So
yeah, the numbers won't dictate that we keep anything more than 11 for the DB room.
All right. Well, who was our 11th? Who made it?
So we got
there with those
JJ, Kobe, Dylan, Kyler, Tyree, Smith, Malik, Blackwell, Hicks, Lewis.
That's it.
Right. And then one more. Did I write down? Yeah, did write down Thieneman. So, yeah, I think that last spot is the one that's up for grabs between Za, like Barelissimo was saying, Za, Jalen, Jones. Yeah, that last one's going to be up for grabs. So that will be the competition.
Yeah.
In that group, there's one spot up for grabs there.
All right, and then when it comes to specials, we know Cairo Santos, Torrey Taylor, and our long snapper. There's the 3.
But we did bring in Thicker the kicker as an undrafted free agency. One Gabriel Placencia from San Diego State.
Yeah, we did bring in somebody, and I wish nothing but luck to the kid, but if his career long was a 55-yarder, Santos is pretty automatic, mid-50s.
Yeah. And Big Mike. I can't have a left-footed kicker. The third running back guy, we're not sold on Roschon. I think Roschon is going to be possibly a cut casualty. I think if you're looking for a pure runner, Britton Brown might have the inside edge there. Or as Chad said before, we might be picking up that third running back off of maybe some of the cuts. See what happens. But I think Roschon's got a long ways to go before he's going to make this roster.
Yeah. And then Darius too. Did we answer this? How y'all feel about Swift? I like him. He's all right. He's in his last year of his contract. If he gives us the version that he gave us last season, I'm good with Swift. Swift's great.
Yeah, Johnson better step up. Yeah, he agrees. Might go in another direction. And then Barrelissimo says Roshan is going to be injured before the season start, mostly because he wears that ridiculous skull cap. But yeah, Swift, clear cut number one. But that's got to be something that they're going to take a look at, man. What do you think? Draft, free agency?
Well, didn't you say, and I don't think we went over it, you've got a list pulled up of running backs that will be available after this season.
Pull that up. Yes. So let's take a look. Running backs for 2027. I'm going to flip over the screen here. Let's take a look what might be out there. What might interest the Bears here? 1 second here. We can also look at edge and D lineman. Looks like I'm going to have to zoom in on this guy too, huh? All right, so we might be talking about Breece Hall again. He's playing on the franchise tag. Ooh, look at number 2, Jonathan Taylor.
Wow. They're going to sign him, man. You can't not sign Jonathan Taylor.
Barrelissimo is going to say, yep, he's going with our guy, your guy, Manung guy.
The run guy, Manung guy. Oh, Don Burr blesses us with his presence. Don Burr, good morning. Detroit versus everybody, of course. How'd you feel about that draft? Was it perfect, Don Burr? You didn't show up to any of the live shows. I thought for sure you would come crash the party. But you didn't. Were you that happy with the draft that you sulked about it, or was it good? I forgot who Detroit picked.
Here's Donnie. So Alvin Kamara, too long in the tooth for me.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard, interesting back.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones, again, a little too old. Jordan Mason.
A lot of miles on these running backs here, except for Breece Hall.
Sean Tucker, Justice Hill, Bijan. We could just sign Brian Robinson.
Just snipe him.
Yeah.
Brian Robinson. I thought it was legitly Bijan. I was like, snipe him. Give me Bijan.
Yeah.
Looks like we're drafting, boys. Looks like we're going to draft.
Zach Charbonnet. Yeah, there's nobody outside of the top. Like, don't get me wrong. Imagine like a Jonathan Taylor or Breece Hall. I really wouldn't mind if the Bears would have made a play for Breece this year.
Yeah. Yep.
A.J. Dillon. Yeah, nobody's just jumping out at me.
Don says, Detroit basketball. Could Manungai be? Do you think he has? This is a serious question. I hate to do this, but can Manungai just be can he be an every down number 1 running back? Can he?
It's a good question.
I don't know. But as a duo, I mean, he's perfect for that like 1B role with Swift. Let's see. Guy says, our duo was good. I see Bears extending Swift. That could be a thing too. Just adding a good third running back to the room. Thomas will have a few touches. Yeah, absolutely. So drafting a young running back is the best move. I could see that playing out.
Yeah.
Big Mike, the NBA is unwatchable. Yes.
I'm not a big NBA fan either. Yeah, it's run down, take a 3, get the rebound, run back down to the other side, take a 3, get the rebound.
Yeah. Traveling.
Not called. Yeah. Yeah, I could see a 1-year extension for DeAndre Swift. He'd be 29. I don't see him extending him for another 2 to 3 years with him hitting that magical 30 barrier. I don't know. Jonathan Taylor and DeAndre Swift are the same age. I would have never guessed that.
They are?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I would have never guessed that either. Wow.
I mean, for the money that you could pay DeAndre Swift compared to Jonathan Taylor, maybe that's the right move. Yeah, it's going to be
Gosh.
interesting. You should talk football because we haven't sniffed playoff basketball in decades. Yeah, what was it, Derrick Rose? It's a shame what they did to that franchise.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't see a whole lot happening for agency, so I think draft would be the way to go with that. But if the Bears do want to make some moves in free agency, now that we kind of have an idea what the roster would look like, the Bears have several players hanging out there right now that are not owed anything after this next season. And some of this is big time money here, too. Let's talk about those guys real quick.
Yes.
We know this year, everybody's like, oh, the Bears are broke and blah, blah, blah. No, they didn't restructure people, and here's why. After this year, these list of players are owed zero money, and if the Bears decide to cut them, they will have zero dead cap money in these guys, and this is what they could save and put towards the salary cap the following year. First player on this list, Dio. So after this year, he is owed zero money. If they cut him after this year, the Bears would free up $15 million.
Out of here.
You go. Next player, Grady Jarrett. Owed zero money after this season. If they cut him, the Bears save $13.5 million.
Ooh,
It's 28.5 in guaranteed cuts. We know it. TJ
Keep 'em
Edwards.
coming. Keep those cuts coming.
TJ Edwards owed zero money after this season. You cut him, you save $8.5 million.
Ow!
So now we're at $37 million just in the
Yeah.
first three players.
These are some prime cuts.
Mm-hmm. Joe Tooney. Yeah. Kind of like the ones that are down in the case there, right? Joe Tooney owed zero money after this year. If you cut him $16.5 million, I tell you what, we're not going to get that money back. Yeah, look at
There we
those
go.
stakes.
We'll show those prime cuts down
Yeah.
there.
I don't see us cutting Tooney. $16.5 million to me sounds like a bargain. Jalen Johnson. If you cut him after this year, the Bears save $16 million. That is an interesting one.
Yeah. Yeah.
What will he be this year? If he doesn't round back into form, like Matt is saying here, Jalen Johnson's the most overrated corner in the league. We cut him, we save $18 million. I have $16 million on my form. But yeah, that frees up a bunch of money. And then the final one is Montez Sweat, which is also an interesting proposition here. If you cut him after this next season, the Bears save $21 million.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
And a
Darius,
grand total? Is there a grand total?
it's about $100 million.
Woo!
Yeah.
So you can just buy a whole new defensive line.
You could buy a whole new defense at that point. Yeah. So Darius, yeah, Montez in the same boat, guy. So we have options. After this year, the way that those contracts were written, and at the beginning of free agency, we're all like, oh, they could move all this money around and free up all this money for free agents. And we didn't. And we talked about this on one of our shows, right? If you look at one of our shorts, we talked about Poles playing possum here. And this is it. These big contracts are to the point where we'll owe zero dead cap money. And with, some of that money is going to be earmarked for Caleb, right? He's going into year 4 that following year. Now you're talking picking up the 5th year and an extension. That will start next year is when they could start talking about that. So that's where a chunk of that money is going to go. The rest, if these draft picks don't pan out, guess what? There's money to be spent. We're going to have another offseason like we did last year before, right? Where they revamped the offensive line and they tried to revamp the defensive line, and they got one side of the ball right, but the other side, not so much. It's Sunday, man. Have a heart. We love everybody here on the Everything Bears show. So they have options, man.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see what this year brings. If the defense doesn't improve that much, they will have the capital, and they have a plan, I'm sure, in what they could do to continue to improve that side of the ball. The offense, we know we're set for a few years.
Right. Yeah. So that's huge, man. I'm really glad we rounded out the end of the show with that, because that's what we're looking at the end of the year. If they want to get rid of any of those players, how much money that frees up feels so much more comforting. If during us covering this next season coming up, we're seeing a lot of the same bullshit. We're not getting to the quarterback. Opposing offenses are averaging over 5.5 yards per carry. We can go, well, at least we're getting rid of these MFers, and we'll replug again with free agents because we'll have the money. So yeah.
So no matter what happens this year's boys, we are set up. Well, you look at what this ownership and this leadership team is doing for the Bears. They're not just in the here and now. They're thinking 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line to keep this thing sustainable. You have the biggest piece in place with Caleb. Assuming everything continues to progress and he continues to lead this franchise, Ben Johnson and those two will be married together for quite some time, making this team a force moving forward, where they're going to be in the discussion every year. Will they be able to beat out their division? What can they do outside of that? Will they continue to make playoff appearances? The more times you're in the dance, the more shots you have at making it to the championship, and we go from there. So Tyson Bagent will come in and beat you guys then. He'll be like the official cheese grater. So
that will be a bad look when Tyson Bagent goes in there and beats the Packers.
Yeah.
I don't know, though. Caleb puts some heavy lacquer on his nails. There's no worry. It's about him chipping any.
Yeah, he double clear coats them suckers.
Yeah.
So they gonna be Bagent patties. Third tight end packages, 13 is creating a lot of mismatches. Yeah. Depends on when they play. They're acrylics. We good. We good. So
he got jail nail. He used jail nail.
So with that being said, man, the 53 is shaping up. Let's be honest here, guys. There's going to be a couple other additions to this team. I think a veteran D end is going to be coming in. They still have 2 roster spots. One we think will be filled by that D end. What position do you think that other one could be? Could be wide receiver, could be DB, could be running back. There's a couple different ways they can go with that last one to help improve the competition.
Ooh. Don Burr, don't be so hopeful on that. Yeah. Won't happen again. we'll split at best. But like I said in previous shows, I would give up splitting with the Packers to sweep the Lions. That's how bad, but just because it how bad it stung. I'm not gonna lie. The Lions belt to ass our asses last year. They just didn't just beat us. They belt to ass our ass. And so with that, I'm fine. We'll split with Matt LaFleur and the Packers just to sweep you guys because the way we lost. And I want them to be 50 burgers. I want the same poison to be put upon the Lions that happened to us. Look, I'm getting all red in the face. Oh, man. Sweeping the Lions won't happen. I don't know, but I do know, I bet during this offseason when he got to marinate on all the games, because he doesn't get time to marinate. He's after a loss, he's on to the next game. But that shit really chafed his ass this offseason. Don't think he didn't dwell on that this offseason, that his former team kicked his ass. Not just beat him in a close one, whooped his ass. So he's going to have them special plays drawn up for you guys in the worst way. So don't get your heart set on sweeping us this year, Donnie Burr. Don't get your heart set on that. Don't.
Well, what do you think, man? Good show today.
Damn good show. Boys, you guys came out in droves today, commented, drove some polls. It was great to see some NFC North rivals pop in here. It's always a great time. What a good show. Great show today. I think we'll wrap it up. And thanks for stopping by Everything Bear Show Butcher Shop today as we made the cuts. Served up the cuts, and you guys helped as well. So until next time, Wednesday? Somebody brought up May 11th, the schedules come out. I think it was Vince.
Yeah.
Schedules. That's going to be a big show that day. But tune into our regularly scheduled product on Wednesday. I think we'll be here Wednesday night. We'll see you guys.
We sure will. And until then, boys, peace and bear down.